In Manhattan, truth is a luxury sometimes only payable with a life. Kate Spade's death was packaged as a mental health lesson. The questions her red silk raised were never part of the official curriculum. It's 850 Park Avenue, New York, June 5th, 2018. The housekeeper crossed the threshold at 10:20 a.m. What she found in the bedroom of one of Manhattan's most exclusive apartments would end a carefully constructed story 8 years in the making. Catherine Noel Brosnahan, known to the world as Kate Spade, the woman who democratized luxury with clean lines and vibrant optimism, dead. A red silk scarf tied to a door handle. By noon, before a full autopsy, before digital communications were examined, the headline was already written: apparent suicide. Detective Chief Dermot Shea validated the scene within hours. Forensic experts noted something uncomfortable. High-profile investigations of this caliber typically take weeks to conclude with such certainty. The note was addressed to Frances Beatrix, 13 years old, Kate's daughter. B, I have always loved you. This is not your fault. Ask Daddy. 3 words that transformed a private tragedy into a public question nobody in power wanted answered. Andy Spade was in the apartment when the housekeeper found the body. In a Park Avenue apartment where silence is worth millions, the death had gone unnoticed by the husband until the domestic staff intervened. Nobody explained that. Nobody was asked to. 2 days later, Andy Spade walked out of his Manhattan building surrounded by photographers wearing a full mask of Bernard, the mouse from Disney's 1977 film, The Rescuers. The press called it grief-induced eccentricity. Investigators called it nothing. In the film, Bernard's mission is to save an orphaned girl named Penny, kidnapped by the villainous Madame Medusa, who forces the child into a dangerous grotto to retrieve the Devil's Eye, the world's largest diamond. Andy Spade wore that mask 2 days after his wife died. Their daughter had just become motherless at 13. 1 year earlier, Tapestry Inc. purchased the Kate Spade brand for $2.4 billion. The designers had sold their stake in 2006 for $59 million. They watched their name become a $2.4 billion asset they no longer owned. The Devil's Eye had been retrieved, whether they wanted it or not. While the family controlled the narrative, Rita Sappho did something dangerous in Manhattan's elite circles. She told the truth. Kate's older sister said her death was not unexpected. Kate had suffered from bipolar disorder for years. She refused hospitalization for one reason: fear that news of her treatment would damage the happy-go-lucky image of her brand. She was surrounded by yes people for too long. The brand needed Kate Spade perpetually optimistic, colorful, unbothered. The woman behind the brand was none of those things. She had watched Robin Williams' suicide coverage repeatedly in 2014, as if studying a script. The Brosnahan family dismissed Sappho as estranged and attention-seeking, but the question she raised never disappeared. Did the people closest to Kate prioritize the brand's survival over hers? Kate Spade was not simply a designer, she was a node in Manhattan's power network. Her brand allied with the Clinton Foundation's No Ceilings project in 2015. Brand representatives joined a Clinton Foundation trip to Haiti in 2016. In Manhattan's power circles, designer names function as diplomatic currency, access wrapped in charity. The pressure to maintain a pristine public image in those networks is not a suggestion. It is a condition of membership. Why did Andy Spade, present in the apartment, hear nothing before the housekeeper arrived? Why did a family connected to Hollywood through David Spade never push for a deeper investigation? Why was the narrative locked within hours in a city where celebrity cases take months? And what exactly did Kate mean by Ask Daddy? Tapestry Inc. launched its spring campaign, Spark Something Beautiful. Gen Z celebrities, digital optimism, the name Kate Spade, selling handbags 8 years after her death. Andy Spade's mouse mask sits in an archive somewhere, still wearing the face of a rescuer who arrived too late, or perhaps exactly on time, depending on what needed rescuing.